Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 here on the Hagenstedt map. Let's get back to reliving the glory days. $32,000, $31,988. Yeah, easily enough to get the second drill, which means that we will be able to, I'm hoping, after we've got that one, very quickly build up the money to purchasing our new... It's going to be the field is going to be the next thing. Helper B is blocked by an object. Helper B has been blocked. That means that our combines up there are just about finished. He's no longer blocked, but he's not far off of being done. Right, I want to go there. We'll carry back on. We need to get back to the farm as quickly as we can so that we can keep these combines going. Yeah, if the two tractors we got at the moment are capable of pulling that drill, the new drill that we're getting, then excellent. They can do that, and we don't have to worry about it. We've got the 3 fields now because we've got the little one. That one's almost ready to be worked down and included in our rotations. And that's going to be about it, I think. There isn't anything else that we need to do with upgrades at the moment. Right, we're not going to have to worry about cultivators so much. I mean, yeah, we will end up getting another cultivator, but we don't need to be cultivating for several crops worth now. That was the other thing I completely forgot to look at. Periodic ploughing. We can answer that question once and for all now. Let's have a look. And there we have the answer has been, the question has been answered once and for all. Periodic ploughing means if you turn off the periodic ploughing, even though we've just done corn, we don't have the ploughing requirement turn up on the map. Now, it is giving us a lime requirement, and opinions are still split on that. There are some people who are saying that even though we've got requirement for lime turned off, we will have a yield deficit until the map tells us that it doesn't require lime. And the only time that doesn't actually apply is with grass. Other people are saying that no, it doesn't matter at all because you've turned the requirement off, so it removes the deficit on the lime requirement. So it makes zero difference at all. It doesn't actually come into it. But people seem to be split on this one. So I'm wondering if I should... And also the same with the ploughing. Where it's actually got a ploughing requirement, some are saying that I need to go over and plough it in order to get maximum yield off of the field. So maybe we do need to get a lime spreader at some point and actually go and spread lime on our fields. I'm not sure about that. It is definitely something that we should consider. But it's not something I'm going to go and do at the moment. Now, next on the list, we're going to come up here and... I was thinking of, like, stopping one of the combines and just letting one of them go on and finish everything. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to fill the front one up. I'm not going to fill up the back one at the moment. We'll just fill the front trailer first. And then we'll go and fill the back trailer afterwards. So this combine right here, let you run to that. And then I'm going to come off of there. Although he's actually gone. I didn't want it to put any grain in the back trailer. But I imagine actually we are going to fill the front trailer up. So it's not really going to matter. I'll bring you off of there. Actually, if I change it round, these combines are going to meet in the middle and then they're going to crash. If I don't do it, one of the combines is going to have to do several more runs up and down the field, but that should actually be okay. So I'm just going to leave you there as you're down to the 50%, and it's going to end up having to do a few more passes on the field, isn't it? Right, that one's going to come up there. I tell you what, I'm going to take this one, I'm going to follow this combine down the field now. It shouldn't go all the way across. It should end up leaving a little bit of crop all the way down through. Like that. It's just going to keep going like that. And then that other one's going to turn around. It's going to take that final strip all the way up across the field and just finish everything off. And then there will be no more. Right, I'm going to stop you there a minute. I'm going to manually do this. And I'm going to just move out this way a bit. So that that combine there is only taking a part strip. Now I'm going to come out here like this. I'm going to spin all the way round. You spin me right round, baby. Right round. That one's going to go on there, and it's going to go and finish the field now. It's going to do that final strip. So I will also take care of this. I will do this last strip right here. Take that bit out there. And I can run down to the trailer and I can empty out this little bit while that combine over there is just finishing off the last little piece in the field. So we can stop you. You can start going a bit faster. So I've got a corn header here. I've got another corn header that we had on lease. And I will return the one that is leased. And we will keep the one that we've bought for now. And we may end up changing that over at a later date. I don't quite know yet. That's on the to be decided list. We'll worry about putting the combines away once I've skipped the night and we've done all the other bits that we want to do, and we've got the tractors going in the field and getting everything else going. So we'll deal with that bit afterwards. I'll put both the tractors planting in the bottom field, and then while they're working on that bottom field, we can come up here and we can put these combines away. We can drive them back down, we can get them put away, and that'll be done. So that's fine. You down here, you're not quite finished. You always end up leaving. Say always, I think it's done it twice now. It tends to leave this little tiny strip right at the end. Turn those beacons off. And have that bit out of there. Put that one out like that. Turn off the main engine. The main drive, sorry. Now turn off the main engine. We'll just leave that one out. And I've got 7,840 litres in the front trailer. So we will have a full front trailer. Actually, we might. We might end up with a full front trailer. Let's have a look. I think we're going to have slightly more than just one trailer load, just to finish this off. Although I'm not 100% sure. It's 10,750 litres to fill these trailers up, isn't it? How much are we going to get? 10,000, 300, 4, 5. I have no idea how much is left in that combine. There we've got the front trailer completely full, and then whatever else is left in the back. Have I got any kind of viewing window on that combine? I'm going to switch to the combine in a minute. I'm curious. There is a viewing window in behind there. It just doesn't have anything to show you where it all is, where everything is on there. Right, fine. And we go to here. So that gives us 11,572. Now, I need to sell this tonight, because that record-breaking price that we've got is only going to be there tonight. So we've got to get this down to the ranch as well, get this sold, then we can come back and we can get some much-needed shut-eye, and we'll be able to get the drills that we've gone and bought from the shop. We can bring those back. She's going to buy the other one right now. So we want to go into there, and I'm still wanting to go and test it. Plus, I've got some more plant. Well, actually, the planting doesn't matter. That can carry on in a minute. So we've got 39,000 there for you. And that is the one that I've got, yes. 39,000 right there. So I'm going to buy that one. It's got no options. Direct drill and 3.6 meters. So it's not breaking records, but the fact this direct drill and it also has its own fertilizer tank on it means that it will be speeding up the entire process. It's slightly bigger than the last one. We don't have to go and cultivate first, and we get a layer of fertilizer done as well. So there's a number of different tasks that we're now eliminating from the entire planting process. Let's go whizzing in round here and avoiding all of those other traffics. It's quite difficult sort of threading in and out of the town here, because it does tend to be a little bit haphazard with the traffic. I'm not quite sure what the routes are, but they've got several loops that they travel on going around that town. Now, I don't know if you've got some cars on some loops, or if all cars go on one big, slightly more complex loop. Main reason I don't know is because I don't care enough to follow a car. I could set my tractor to the same speed as one of the cars and just follow it all the way around the map, but that would take a painful amount of time to go and do. Wouldn't just be a long time. It would actually be a painful experience to go and do it, and I really don't have that level of patience. So no, I've got no intention of going and doing that at the moment. So there's one trailer load sold, and the other trailer load as well. That is pushing us all the way on up to our new magic number, $47,169. That gives us $17,000 from this round, and at 47,000 we are getting much closer to completing everything that we want to do. We're buying everything. It's saving the money that we want to save. It's the money that we want to save. That's the main important issue here, is we want to save as much money as possible so that we can get our second field. I'm still kind of undecided about whether to get the long, thin field, but like opposite the new field that we bought, or go for the bigger one right against the farm. If we like, the long, thin one could come first, and we could get started on that one, or you know, we wait a little bit longer. But it depends entirely on how we do. If we easily make enough money to buy the long, thin field, we can make our alterations, do a little bit of leveling, get the ploughing going around the edges, and get that field extended out, and it can start being planted long before we actually need, before we get the money for the other. But if we don't have enough money for either, and then we go and we have another harvest and we're able to buy the big field, then we buy the big field. So we'll kind of play that by ear. I am not absolutely committing to anything at the moment. I am driving like a madman to get back to the yard, because it's high time we had some sleep. It is 7:30 in the evening, and even though we are full-time farmers and we do all of our farming and so on, and we're really good like that, you've got to remember that we're also gamers, and in order to be able to properly unwind, despite the fact that we are farmers, we also need a bit of time at home at the end of the day, kicking back and just playing a couple of games. So that's what we need to do. We need to be able to get indoors and go and do a bit of gaming. You can stay there. I'm not going to worry about you for a minute. I could have just jumped. I could have teleported up to our magic teleportation mower up here and used that one in order to be able to skip the night, but I didn't. I went for realism. Right there. Right. Realism it is. And we are going to... We'll just go for... Did it give us 8 o'clock in the morning? 8:30 in the morning. I think we'll go for 8:30. It's a more civilized hour to be starting the day, really, isn't it? 8:30. Rather than doing something obscene like starting the day at 6:30 or something ridiculous like that. I've only recently discovered that there are 2 6:30s in the day, and quite frankly, I was horrified. It was not a pleasant experience, and it's not one that I wish to repeat anytime soon. So, no, we won't be doing anything ridiculous like that. We're going to go over this way now, and I'm going to take you, because what I'd like to do is I'd like to find out if you are able to use the new drill that we're buying. So I'm going to bring you over here, and I'm going to lower that one down there. I'm going to take both... really? That's it? I'm starting to dislike this tractor. Unfortunately, though... Ooh, wait. Maybe we could sell the tractor. Maybe we should just sell the tractor. I am also very tempted to just give up and sell this tractor. It's because of how high it is off the ground. I like the idea of being able to drive around in the Sammy Argon like we did in Days of Yore, but to be honest, in Days of Yore, at least the machinery touched the ground, and that's what I don't like about this thing, is that the machinery is not touching the ground. So Days of Yore is great and all, but days of right now, this thing is starting to annoy me because of some of its limitations. I mean, yeah, the speed is good. It is nice to be able to have something that can drive at a reasonable pace. But at the same time, I'm still unsure. Now, what was the power requirements for that drill over there anyway? Because we may not have enough with this one. Sometimes the power requirements, it just, like, it's a recommendation. Other times it just says you do not have enough power to run this thing. Take a hike, bozo. So let's have a look. Go in here. It says 108. And I can't remember what our tractor was, even though I did look at it in the last time that I was recording. This is now a new time, and it's different. 80. What is ours, though? 105. We don't have the horsepower required, so let's go and check this thing out a minute. We may not be able to do this, so I want to dump off that one. I'm not even going to bother trying to lower it down. It's just, yeah. I could lower down this back one, I suppose. That one does at least get part way down to... That doesn't even touch the ground. This is what I'm not liking about this. This is trailed. This is different, right? We got a trailed machine right here. So bring you here like this. You'll pull it around. Do that. Right. Unfortunately, it does actually work. So now the question, of course, is do I want it to work? Let's... right, you know what? We're just going to have a look. So you are 59,000 right there. We should be that one was only 20. May not be able to afford a new tractor. I'm thinking I'd like to sell it anyway. It's just the whole thingy mahoo-ha with it not lowering everything properly. It does frustrate me. So that's 14,000. That is 10 grand. That one there. If I repair that one for $28, that's even more. Okay, that's actually a good $10 more. I'll do that one there, and I didn't mean to do that. Or that. Let's jump out of there, and I want to go back to you. I'm just going to sell you as you are. I'm going to take a risk. There, like that, and then I'm going to sell you as you are as well, 10,400. Okay, that's giving me $77,000, which is enough to go and buy that one. I could also buy the Valtra, which is a 40k, or we could buy another Fendt. I have just enough to buy a Fendt, although I'd rather have it with the bigger engine, the 150, and that's 93, and I don't have enough to buy that. The Valtra A-Series right there, configuration, wheel brand, global positioning, engine setup. I got 100, I got 110, that's it. I got 100 or 110. The good thing about this one, right, I've got front loader attachment, no. Configuration standard, front weight. So this really small Valtra right here, I can have that one with a front weight for 71,200, and it does at least have a bit of road speed on it. This one over here, though, despite the really poor road speed on it, is only 59,000. We can go with wide tires on it, but to be honest, they look a little bit strange with the wide. Wow. I didn't even know that rear twins was an option on this bad boy. It's going to give us a bit, it's going to make it a bit more grippy. Narrows, standards. We don't have wheel weights on it. I'm just going to go with standards. We'll just leave it like that. We'll buy it for 59,000. Yes. Okay. Right. We're a little bit further away from our goal now, but at the same time, we're a little bit closer to our goal. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this tractor right here to propel one of the seed drills. I got the other one currently working on the plough, and then we will get our other tractor, the Fendt. That one can come down here and get the other drill in a little while. Although I'm tempted to take the other Fiat off of the plough and put it going on this one, on this on the other seed drill, and we'll have the two Fiats just doing the drilling in the field. I don't know. We'll see about that. So I need to load up with seed and fertilizer. So we open up the cover. I think that's the seed cover first that I've done. This one is not the easiest one to reverse, being as wide as it is. It does make it a little bit more challenging. Bring you back round. No, I don't want to do that. I just want to even that out a little bit like that. And there. Nailed it. Nailed it. Right, now we can load that one up with seeds in there. Perfect. And then press N, and that opens the second cover. So we bring that one around over to here. So we've got 495 in seed in there. And then I go in here with fertilizer and load that one up. That's got 990 in there. And then I go back into this one, and I make sure that we have got helper refill by fertilizer by seed, so that it is not actually putting anything out anywhere else. And we're going to take this one here, just this one on its own, and we're going to bring this one over here. So that I'm going to go like that. We've got the AI extension is already on there. I'm going to increase the turn angle like that. There, 100. The rest of it is going to stay exactly the same as it is right now. I don't need to worry about waiting during unload or anything like that. And I'm just going to bring it into here and go on a little tiny bit further, and then press H on there, and you are away. Or you should be. You're away? You're away. Right. That is planting wheat and fertilizing it on our field right here. So lime, we will worry about another time. Curious about ploughing. I haven't really made up my mind as to whether I'm going to do that yet, but I am thinking of putting lime across these fields so that we just eliminate the whole lime thing, because it irritates me seeing it there, right? It really does. I find that irritating and frustrating to look at. Now, you're going to carry on doing what you're doing there. So my next task that I'm going to do is I'm going to take this tractor. I'm going to unhitch that trailer right there, and I'm going to run this one down to the shop, and I'm going to go and get that other seed drill. There isn't really anything else that I can go and do other than the bit of ploughing that I'm currently working on. So I'm kind of thinking that I may just have this one on the drill and go with it like this. Of course, the other option is have a third seed drill. And at some point, I probably will have a third seed drill. The great thing about having the tractor AI with the seed drill that we've got here is that that tractor AI is, in fact, able to do the outside rounds of the field, which means that I don't have to nurse it through, which frees up more time so that when I come to planting, I can have fleets of tractors doing it. If I can have the AI vehicle extension going around in circles around the outside edge of the field. Because that's always the difficult bit, is getting just that first little bit done around the outside edge of the field. One thing I don't like is having the seed loading in here. I mean, it's not completely inconvenient, but it's not brilliant either. Right. Swap you over like that and bring you back round here. That drill is busy working up, and it's going around the outside edges of the field. We'll double check on it in a second. Start you. Fill that one up like that. Close you down. She's tempted to run this one up to the top field and leave the slightly slower tractor working over here, doing some outside rounds down this side. Did we miss a... have we missed a spot? It doesn't look like it. No, it doesn't look like it. Right. It's doing a good speed as well. Right, we have got a decent speed going across the field doing this. I'm going to leave you. I'm going to leave you just working that field on your own. And I'm going to take the other tractor and we're going to go up to the other field. And we're going to do that one up there. So because this is a faster tractor, we can get up to the field that much faster. I like this. And I'm also loving this seed drill. This seed drill does seem well suited to our needs. This is perfect. We can use this for a while. And I'm leaning more towards getting a third seed drill so that we can really start pushing this along. You know, once the combining and everything is done, then we can really get going with the planting. And we'll get through it in no time at all. Now, what are you like with your overall settings. You're on normal AI at the moment. I'm going to go into there. You are already got the correct turn angle. Everything's looking good, so I'll bring you up there like that, and you can go. Right, and you're planting wheat as well. Not quite sure what you think you're doing there, but you ain't doing it right. Let's try that again. Let's drop you down there. It's because it's trying to bring it to the edge of the field. Right. Don't know what that's about, but it's now working, so we'll just leave it. Double check this one over here, because if it's been doing some strange stuff, it may do strange stuff again. It's probably just where I had it lined up a little bit wrong. I'm gonna let this one do 2 or 3 times around, and then we'll switch it to standard hired help to finish the field off, because with this series I am going to have square fields. Right, not you, but you first. We're going to run you down to the shed. We will stop at the garage on the way down and just make sure that everything is fully repaired. The corn header, I'm just going to keep that one on lease for now. I mean, I'm not planning on leasing very much machinery in this game. That isn't something... Although, no, wait. Yes, I will. I will keep it on lease. I'm not going to change that. That one's just going to stay on lease as it is, and we won't be changing that round. Maybe we will be going for a bigger combine before we need to go and do it, in which case there'll be upgrades all round, but there's no guarantee that that's actually going to work at the moment, so we will just leave it as it is and let everything sort of just keep going. So I keep it on lease. I'm going to be paying leasing charges, but at the same time, I also then don't have to drive a new one back from the shop. There is the machinery delivery mod that I could go and get and have the machinery delivered. Yes, I know that, but at the moment, I don't want to use that. I don't want to make use of that. I'd like to just kind of keep things as they are. So I'm going to repair you. Yes, like that. And repair you as well. Yes, like that. And then we can jump in and we'll go and just park this one in the shed. I'll worry about change. Actually, no, we can change the headers over now and we can have them ready for the next harvest. So I'll bring you in here. I'm going to put these 2 corn headers over this side. Put one in here like this. Lower you down there. That one can go right there. And then I will get the other header on so that is ready for our next harvest. I'm just going to leave the combine parked over here as well. Come in here, and there we go. Did anybody else use this shed as their combine shed? Right, this shed was my combine shed. When I was playing this game in FS13, that shed was my combine shed. That's the one that I used for storing my combines in every time. Because what I would do once I had the whole map is that I would start harvest. Harvest would always start in these 2 fields right here. I would actually set both of these 2 harvesting at the same time, and from there I would go up to, actually no, I would go, I think I actually started in field 13. I would go out the shed, I'd drive down to field 13, or I'd have one combine go over there and another one over here. But anyway, these here would be the first ones to be hit. That field was grass, so was that one, these 2 over here, that one. This was all grass over here as well. I think that was all grass as well. And so what I would do is I'd do 13 and then these. Then I would come up here and I'd do these 2 long fields. And then it would be those 3. Skip across the road over to them. I think we've relived enough glory days just for a moment. We're going to take a breather. We're going to have a little bite to eat. And then we can get back to it, nice and refreshed, and relive a few more glory days. There should be some names coming up right now that you can have a look at. It's names of people who are in the Great Book of Names, people who have supported this channel, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. So if you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye. and see you later.